First question for Off Topic Friday. Our good friend Glenn Brockenbush.
What a name.
I know, it's a great name. He submitted this last week. He's going down to the ATX soon.
The fact that you call it that.
I know. And
the ATX.
I know. He wanted to know about the best barbecue in Texas. Now, this is a loaded question. There's a lot of barbecue.
We should
in
lock
Texas.
the door before.
I know, to stop the
horde
from
yeah
clamoring in and destroying us for our opinions. But he specifically asked about Salt Lick. Now, have you been to Salt Lick?
I'm familiar. I have not been.
Okay, so everyone's familiar, and I think our good friend Matt Stepp at the Old Coach made a great point about the Salt Lick. It is the Disney of Texas barbecue. Now, that's both damning and some faint praise, I suppose. I will say this, having gone to Salt Lick, it is an experience. It's unique. It's not really like anywhere
Don't you go
else.
down like a dirt road?
You go down. It's out southwest of Austin. You take your cooler full of whatever you're drinking. It's family style. You try to eat everything on your plate, so they'll bring you one more plate so you can take that home in a big styrofoam box. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to slander it. It's fine. You can have a good time. No one's going to feel like they
great
got
atmosphere. I would imagine
great
atmosphere is 10 out of 10. But we're talking food, and I would say this: when we're talking food, you're talking brisket,
right?
Specifically,
Sure.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the other thing that I mean, look, the obvious answer is Franklin, right? If you're going to Austin and you want to get barbecue and you're willing to do what needs to be done. And by that I mean
I killed a man.
Yeah, maybe you might have to.
He was in front of me in line, and they said they were running out of food.
Yeah,
But
you'll at least have to stand in line for like 2+ hours, maybe longer. If you're willing to do that,
go to the bathroom beforehand.
Right, exactly. Then obviously you need to go to Franklin. Then you get into see Matt Stepp's weighing in already. Franklin for sure. Now, then you get into the Lockhart conversation. If you're in Austin, do you want to go down to Lockhart? Right. Lockhart has a few places, and everyone disagrees. Though I generally think the consensus is people think Croyt's Market is the best. I think on their best day, Smitty's is the best, but they're the most inconsistent too.
Good luck going there again.
I know. But I would rather go to Smitty's for the chance that it's a good day because it's better than the rest when it is. Dallas, obviously Pecan Lodge. Right?
Pecan Lodge. Yeah.
Hard 8 is another good one.
What's the one that's like, I want to try this place. It's like 18th and something.
18th and Vine.
Yeah, I heard they have burnt ends. And
right.
I need to get me some of those.
It's very, very Kansas City of them. 18th and Vine is a street in Kansas City. I assume that is. I don't know if they're connected. I assume it is, but.
Yeah.
Those are just a few. We haven't even gotten into
I'm such a Yankee. I went to.
You need to make your adjustment. You need to.
What's the place in Bishop Arts?
There's one in Bishop Arts.
You know what I'm talking about? Is that Lockhart?
No, Bishop Arts. So like the whole Oak Cliff area.
Yeah, right? No, but it's a place like right in the heart of things, and I really wish.
Smoke.
No,
you're not talking about Smoke because that's north of Bishop Arts.
No, this is like in the. Anyway, I told someone I was like, yeah, I like their sauce, and they're like,
oh no.
What? I'm like,
this isn't Kansas City. No one cares about your sauce opinions.
Why do they offer it?
Yeah.
Why do they offer it if they're just going to chastise me for it?
I'm sorry. That's to
God,
weed
it's such
people.
a trap.
It's
Is that to weed people
like you out?
No.
So, Glenn, those are just a few opinions, actually. I would also say
I have no help with this.
Yeah, La Barbecue is another good one. Louis Miller's. Those are good ones in Austin. There's lots of good barbecue in Austin. Those are the top ones. Look, I'm not going to sit here and discourage anyone from going to the Salt Lick. It's fine.
Look,
you'll have a good time.
I think what an awesome little summer vacation would be visiting these places. Just getting in your car.
As long as you plan to visit the hospital at the end or a cardiologist.
Okay, when I said visit, I mean drive or
right.
walk, excuse me. You walk to each place.
Yeah, no, okay, then it works out.
Yeah, there you go. Get your Forrest Gump on.
That's very nice of you. Okay.
Do we have time for Valentine's Day?
Oh, don't worry. We've got time for as much as we want.
Yeah, but I don't know how long the people are going to be wanting to listen to this.
Well, if they wanted to give up, they already would have.
Good point.
Yeah.
Let's trudge on.
Yeah. Quickly, we were also asked, Kanye West or Taylor Swift?
For what? Like music?
I guess no. Well, see, that's
As a person?
so obviously there's some issue here because Kanye. Well, they have a history, and now Kanye is like dissing her in a new track, but he says he's not dissing her. Look, as people, probably Taylor, right? I don't know.
I feel like T Swift's done some bad things, but nobody knows about them.
Right. She
She's
does
just
seem
done
like, yeah,
like
probably.
you can't have that amount of fame and money
Sure.
and not like just screwed up like
There's got to be some
the difference
skeletons
is
in the
like
closet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's certain people that I'm thinking of that just like everybody knows everything you've done because you're that stupid.
Right.
And then there's people that are smart about it.
Yeah, look, but I'm also not going to pretend I care at all about Taylor Swift's music. And I am firmly camp Kanye is a genius music artist. So
did you listen to any of his
50-50?
Did you listen to season 3 at all? Which is the new
Right. Yeah, a little bit. I haven't had a lot of time.
I think yeah, I mean Kanye is just he's been people I think people take for granted like how long he's been around producing decent stuff.
Right. It's
like
very difficult.
People have
to
just
do.
grown numb to it's like, oh, Kanye, like he's there.
Kanye's,
like,
yeah,
but
no.
it takes a lot to be able to stay relevant for this long. And granted, it's come with some outrageous, you know what, that he's done.
Right.
But like music wise, he's still got it.
Look, and if the reviews are to believe so far, this one is a lot better than Yeezus, which everyone panned. So okay, great. If that's true, then he put out another good album. Which wow. That's a lot.
I just love the line, just jumped over Jumpman.
He's got a few in every album. Okay. What we've all been waiting for. I don't think so, really, but we really want to get to this.
Well, the end might be what.
Right. Yeah, the end. Is this over yet?
We're getting up on it.
Valentine's Day is coming.
Is it?
It is.
When you're single, you kind of don't realize these things.
Right. You try to avoid it like the plague if you're single. Or at least I did.
Well,
yeah. So... First off, best and worst dating stories. Well, maybe the both. Best, maybe the worst, right? You went on a first date last night, apparently.
Yeah, sure did.
How did that go?
It was okay.
It was okay.
Like it was.
We're not sure if it was a love connection.
No, I don't think. Okay. I don't think there's going to be much to there. But the funny thing was, so we're all very superstitious about our sports and our sports teams and whatever.
Sure.
And so I realized, like, oh my god, I totally overlapped this on like one of the biggest sports nights of like.
There's a lot going on for you.
For me.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was a big one. And so I'm like, you know what though? Like specifically, I'm going to sit so that my back is to the TV, and so I can just like pay attention.
I'm not going to be that guy.
Be like,
Yeah. I'm not going to be that guy. That was very noble of you.
Thank you. I've learned.
Sure.
This is not without. And the funny thing is, like, it brought up in conversation. I was like, yeah, ever since I moved here in last March, like, I've really taken a liking to the hockey team. I never really had one growing up. And I'm, going to Stars games. They're fun. They're like, oh, she's like, oh, they're playing right now? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, huh? How about that? She's like, yeah, it's 4-0. I'm like, the Blackhawks are beating us 4-0 already? She goes, no, the Stars are winning. And I like totally like just whip around in my chair and look at the TV. I'm like, they're doing so well when I'm not watching.
Right.
And then sure enough, the only period that I got to watch was the third when the Blackhawks scored 2 goals to none for the Stars. And so now I am like, should I never watch a game again? But
every Stars game will be a first date night for you.
Like I'm just going to have to watch the highlights the next day.
Yeah,
but
you'll be asking random people out like, so what about next Wednesday?
So that's how last night went. I'll make it real quick. Worst first date, I will say, don't go on Wednesdays at Quarter Bar for half-priced whiskey because that's a trap you will fall into.
That's
both of you will fall into that
trap. That's a rookie
mistake
right there.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
I know. You're
like,
still a spring chicken.
Let me tell you how dating works in Beaumont. Does she have all of her teeth?
Yeah.
Does she have a kid? If the answers to these questions are desirable, you found a very small group of people in Beaumont, and that's your dating pool.
Okay. All right.
Love you, Beaumont.
My worst first date story. I will come out and admit that I did a lot of online dating back in the day.
I mean that's.
I know
it's no longer even taboo.
It's not even taboo now, but I did a lot of it back in the day, and my match up with this girl.
We've already gone
No,
through.
no. I email her back and forth. It seems like she seems really nice. She seems really into me. It's like, okay, let's go on a date.
Email.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's like on a dating site.
Okay.
Messaging
Messaging.
back and
Yeah.
forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Craigslist.
Pictures. She looks cute.
Sure.
Whatever. Show up.
40-year-old dude. 40-year-old dude. 40-year-old dude.
Not quite that bad, but show up and I'm on time. She's late. Not a big deal, but kind of annoying.
Did she reach for the check?
Believe me, it gets way worse from here. I'm sitting at the table waiting, and a girl walks in. Not the girl I think I'm there to meet.
Oh, here it is.
She is wearing a velour tracksuit, number one, on a first date. Pink velour tracksuit.
Get it, girl.
Wow. Number two,
Rocking it.
she is easily 40 pounds heavier than all the pictures. Now,
Wait.
Now, I'm going to say it's not anything about who she was as a person or her body or any of that. It was that I was misled. Misled.
The old bait and switch.
I'm not,
So this is still, we're talking about the girl you think is your date, the girl we think is your date, but isn't actually, is 40 pounds heavier than you think.
This
in
girl walks in and I'm sure,
track.
I go, surely that isn't the girl that I'm
Okay,
here.
I see.
Yeah. No, it was. She's in a velour tracksuit. She is easily 40 pounds overweight from the pictures that I got. And, boy, it only went downhill from there because at this point, I'm just going to try and be a nice guy, right? Like, all right, this is what I was expecting.
Right.
She's wearing a ton of makeup. It was just
Why is she wearing a tracksuit?
That was, wow, right? Like, I'm dressed up. Not dressed up, but
I feel like if you're taking the effort to put on the makeup,
right,
then you would, which would
Shows
take
up.
than putting on a
everything
blouse.
on this was either me completely misjudging the situation or we got a question from the class.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What city was this in?
This is in Austin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking.
Yeah, and you really
I thought this was going to be a California thing.
There were lots of options in Austin on top of that too, so it's kind of like So anyway, the date goes, it's fine. I'm basically counting the minutes. I just want to get out of there. She was nice, but I was just kind of put off from the start, and it becomes clear the whole thing, she's very excited to be on this date and I am not.
The bill of the ball.
And that's not saying anything because this is me. But it gets worse. We leave, and I'm kind of like, hey, give her a hug. Hey, this is great. It's good to see you. This has been nice. I'll talk to you sometime. And I start to walk away, and I can hear her starting to sob.
No.
Starting to sob, and I turn around and she goes, I don't even get a first kiss.
What? We got a stage 5 clinger.
This is bad. This is bad.
Red alert.
I'm like, we just met, that's pretty fast. But I had a really good time. It's nice to meet you, and hope we'll see each other soon.
Oh no.
Walk to my car, take off. About 6 texts that night that I didn't respond to.
Oh no.
2 days later, still, she's really upset. I really thought you were the one.
What did you do?
I don't know.
You picked. I'm so glad we asked this question.
It took about 3 days of me trying to talk her off the ledge before finally that was it, and I didn't have to hear from her anymore.
And you dated again after that. Good on you.
I know.
Good on you. How'd you meet your wife?
Oh Lord.
Okay, fine.
That's a long story.
Oh, okay.
That
I
is a
thought
long story.
It was gonna be easy.
We can save that for lunch. We'll spare the listeners because I think we've gone plenty long now. About 14, 15 minutes long.
Worth every penny.
Sure. That was Off Topic Friday. I hope we satisfied all of your viewing needs. Hopefully, I don't know.